In this session, I'm going to show you how to manage the motorbikes and mopeds and any other vehicles that you use in your company. In Contact allows you to enter all the details and then book them into the courses that you're running, so you know who is using which bike. So to start with, I'll show you how to actually set up bikes. I'm going to go into my company. And then down here is, there it is, motorbikes and mopeds. Now I've already got some set up already, and these are the various bike types that I've got. Obviously yours will be different, and you can set up exactly which bike types you have. And I've put in, for example, with the CB500, there are 3 of them here. I use the registration plate as a reference number because that's the easiest way of identifying the bikes when you're going to book them in. So as an example, let's add another CB500. So if I click on the add button here, this will allow you to see the information that you can store against each bike. First of all is the type. Here you'll see I've got quite a few bike types set up, some of which are in use, some of which are no longer in use. So I'll leave it at CB500. I'll put in a new registration plate, so we'll call this AA10 ABC. Also it's currently active. You can specify which location it's actually running out of. In this particular case, I'm going to leave it blank, which means it'll be available from all locations. Optionally, you can put in the color there. This information here, I won't put in now, but if you do want to record any of this information, you can do so. One of the most useful here is the tax month. If I will put that in as February, because you can then at any particular point find out which bikes need taxing, so it's a good reminder. We'll leave the other fields blank for the moment, so just click on OK there, and there you go, it's added it into our list of CB500s. You can also add any notes you like to these bikes, so in effect it would be a very simple service history or history of some sort over the bike. For example, I could put in here needs a service, click on OK, and you'll see how that then appears in the description. Okay, now I've added my bikes, I'm going to go back to the diary and see if I can book them into some of the courses that I've got running. So I know we've got a couple of courses here on the 29th. So to book a bike in, we know here that we need a 125 because that's what was chosen when it was booked. So if I click with my right hand mouse button here, you'll see here it says book motorbikes and mopeds. So I will click on that, and up comes the current list of bikes that I've got. Now we know we need a 125, so I'm going to tick on HXB here to book in on the course. Click on OK, and there you see it's actually appeared against the booking. I'll go and book in another 125 for Miss Amy Gilbert. So if I right click here, choose book motorbikes and mopeds, you'll see here that HXB is already listed under the busy bikes and motorbikes and mopeds because it's already being used for a CBT, so can't use that one, can't double book it. I will choose HXC, click on OK there, and there it is alongside. Now we can also book in bikes for running the course itself, because Frankie Howard actually needs a bike to ride. This is actually done through the event or the CBT course. If I right click here and choose book motorbikes and mopeds, likewise it's showing as those 125s are already in use. I'm going to pick one of the 500s, I think, not a new 500, put that in, and that's now showing as booked out to run the course. It's easy enough to either cancel a bike booking or change it for a different bike simply by going through the same process. If I do book motorbikes and mopeds, you'll see how the one that's already been booked is listed here. If I want to remove it, you just click on the bike name there, puts it back in the list of available bikes. And if we therefore wanted a different one, what about TOJ? Put that in there, click on OK, and there it's changed it. Now the bikes also have their own dedicated planner section, which I'll show you here on the left. If I click on motorbikes and moped planner, what it will do is bring us up all of our bikes and show us what courses they're currently booked onto and being used. So here you can see the course that I'm booked into on Saturday 29th. That's showing HXB is being used there, and likewise GK10 TOJ is being used by Miss Amy Gilbert. This one up here, the 500, is the one that's actually being used to run the course. The vehicle planner also can have various time frames selected, much like the staff planner. So if I go here to, say for example, the 1 month, you can then scroll all the way across and see when, what other days that bike is being used on. You see here we've got a few more bookings here for Miss Lara Chapman on 2 days there. And we can also, under the options, choose to show the start and end times of the courses. So if you need to know precisely when this bike is busy, in this case from 9 till 5, it means you can actually see precisely when that bike is in or out. You can also alter the booking from here. So just for example, just say on this day I think actually no, I don't want to use HXB, I'd rather use HXC for this course. What I can do is right click here and choose change booking, and here it is, it's come up with HXB, which is already in use. So if I want to remove that and put on HXC instead, click on OK, and there you should see it's moved to GJ10 HXC. Obviously this planner isn't very busy because this is a fictitious motorcycle company, but with your own company, as you could imagine, this is actually an invaluable asset, being able to see exactly which bikes are being used by who. And it's handy also if you end up with speeding tickets and you need to identify exactly who was on what bike at the time at which the ticket was issued. It's a very handy reference point, as they often don't come through till weeks afterwards.